Hello everyone, I am Garima from Indore city, Madhya Pradesh, and today I am going to start with my fifth module of nursery Montessori teachers training, which you all are undergoing and having admission in ARC Montessori Teachers Training Institute. So we are going to start with the new module. The name is School and Montessori School Management. Students, it's a very interesting chapter where you are going to learn different aspects regarding what is a school, what are the functions of headmasters and teachers, the importance of management, school discipline, school records and different registers which need to be established, even more about the Montessori method, what are the teaching devices, and we are going to talk about many learning experiences like audiovisual, stimulation, play, and maybe Montessori method. Also, we are going to talk about the head of institutions, where after the Montessori school, what are the levels of childhood obediences, etc. Let us start with the first question which comes in mind. What is a school? So if you put this simple question, there will be varied types of answers. Some people will say it is a place of learning. Some will say it is society in its miniature form. Some other will say it is a temple where students sit together under the same roof, on the same floor or carpet or desk and learn from the same teacher, irrespective of caste, color or creed. All schools will be smaller in initial stage, then it grows and develops in the passage of time. We can hardly think of any institution which comes up to acquire that status within no time. Reputation is gained slowly and gradually. Years of labor and hard work are need to have standard type of institution. What is school management? So school management means a managing body responsible for the running of an institution. The management is responsible for the financial aspects as well as the general policy of the institution. Management not only directs and controls but also energizes the institution. The management helps in uprooting the drawbacks from the area of school life and also vitalizes the institution. A good management inspires the good staff, encourages them, recognizes their individual worth and thus to improve upon them by eliminating or improving the bad ones. And then in the contrast, what is a dead school and what is a living school? So let us talk about this. This is something very interesting. Some of the educationists are saying that the school is dead today. That means they are working in a very dull and routine type of environment. The old methods of teaching, the same thing being repeated, everything living use is the same for the students who are there from the old ones. That is the rote method. There's no creativity in the schools with the teachers. The schools are producing the type of children who are good for nothing. They stand useless and misfit in the society. There is provisions of game, but their actual aim are being ignored. Now the question arises, what will this type of state of affairs lead to? The deterioration and falling standards are being faced all around. Revolution is needed in this regard. So school, dead or living, will be outcome of the following things, like a good headmaster, enthusiastic, creative, hardworking, efficient teachers, creative, fit person who rejoices while serving, eager to learn, always research mind. The student community, they are the outcome of teachers' effort, but they should be persons at least ready to work and learn. The syllabus and the financial aspect. The successful headmaster and the efficient staff can undoubtedly change a lot of school to make it really good one. The following are the aims and objectives of the school management. To provide efficient social life to the students and thus to prepare them in the art of living together, bring school and community closer to each other, to prepare students for some vocation which is according to the interest and abilities, to help the pupil in unfolding and blossoming of their personality, to enable the students have the right type of philosophy of life, conserve all the good practices and convention of the past, to help in realization of objectives of education as laid down by educational experts, to bring harmony between the plans and the task, to make maximum use of all educational facilities in order to attain the desired objective and to help minimize the waste. Last but not least is to provide healthy atmosphere for experimentation and research work. Let us see the major points or the majority of the experts agree to. So I feel it is the planning, organizing, staffing, budgeting, recording and reporting, direction, coordination and controlling of the school activities. So what does comes in planning? So planning is a of efficient administration. It is working out of broad outline from the beginning to the end. There is need for planning in the initial stages, in the middle and also at the end. Here the person who prepares plan sees to the means achieved, the resources available, resources likely to be made available, different types of facilities needed for it, etc. Good planning alone at the initial stage is born to reap good harvest. It of course needs patience, courage, perseverance and lot of experiences on the part of planner. It is intellectual activity which requires full knowledge and insight into things and imaginations. There is Chinese proverb, if you plan for a year, plant grain. If you plan for 10 years, plant trees. And if you plan for 100 years, plant man. So in administration, planning is not an independent activity. It is in fact a part of the whole process of administration. It is not an end in itself. It is rather a means to end. Efficient planning is of interest and is important in education administration. Only then wasteful acting or overlapping or gaps can be avoided. Moreover, educational planning is a dynamic process. It is prospective as well as retrospective. It looks forward eagerly to see how things are taking shape, and then it looks backward to find out how far the desired plans are being materialized. Planning in the country is done in the following levels: central, state, local and institutional level. Should it start at central level or be carried out institutions level? All powers of planning in our country are generally with the higher authorities for the effective and smooth functioning of the schools. Institution planning is needed. Now let us come to the second point, organizing. Organizing is setting up of things and providing proper school environment. It is very important aspect of administration. Without it, there would be confusion and chaos, and they may result into wastage of money, time, energy, and material. Organizing is twofold activity. On the one hand, it makes management of human material needed in school, and on the other hand, it provides non-human material. Both the types of material need to be organized in such a way that the whole program is successfully put to practice. Both planning and organizing are interlinked. Now, staffing. An institution stands on the basis of the staff and students. Staffing means recruitment of suitable staff for the institution as per the basic needs, having qualifications, and they should have the qualities also as laid by the authorities. The head of the institution is expected to staff his institution to the maximum use of institution. Naturally, he will be able to do the distribution to work as per their capabilities and capacities to get praise, worthy work out of them. Budgeting. Budgeting means preparing the statement of income and expenditure for the smooth functioning of the school. In the present setup of school life, there is need of becoming more conscious of financial aspects of education. A lot of improvement in facilities for staffing or a building is expected to consume more of money. The head should be ever ready to think of new sources of income in order to meet the growing expenditure of the wastage of all types have to be cashed or checked up at all levels through every means. Only a considerable budget will be provided and useful in smooth functioning of the situation or the institution. Next is recording and reporting. An education institution is a composite of many activities of varied types. It is difficult for anybody to remember the details of those activities. Recording these activities in the register regularly and then maintaining them is an essential duty of the administration. Further reporting about the activity is also needed. The administrator has to report to the concerned employer and sometimes the employer to the higher authorities. He has to make a record of pupils, achievements, rewards, punishments, etc. All these become a very essential aspect of school organization and administration. Keeping accounts accurate and up to date is another feature of recording. Direction. Direction means providing guidelines into the school for it indicates when to start action and when to stop it. It also provides right direction after rectifying any wrong step if already taken up. All direction comes from the head of institution, but the head should not be authoritative in doing so. Direction has unique significance in the process of administration. In a broad sense, we can say that includes in itself the other activity, that is planning, organizing, coordinating, and evaluation. Direction is certainly not as simple as it is usually considered. In fact, we cannot think of an organization without direction. Direction based on the combined effort of all concerned helps solve the problem. Coordination. Coordination correlate the different activities going on inside the school. It brings harmonious relationship between the activities of the school. There are many people working in innumerable activities going on, isn't it? So there is every possibility of confusion and chaos in school life. There are chances of duplicate and overlapping. Pre-coordination need to keep a check over as many activities or confusions in the school. At present, we find a lot of criticism on the function of the schools. There prevails dissatisfaction in the whole of educational setup. The main reason behind all this is lack of proper coordination. Only the head can save this institution, so he should plan rightly and then exert accordingly. It is said that efficiency of a school or school system depends on the process of coordination, and there lies the secret in the administration. Now, controlling. Controlling, as its name indicates, concerns overall supervision of the whole process of administration. Control needed over textbooks, timetable, co-curricular activities, finance, budget, etc. It puts a brake to an activity to appraise and evaluate the results. We can't say that is the last stage. It intact ensures progress. It lays down the basis of future planning and execution of thorough planning. The outline of the process is prepared, aims are tied up, means are thought of, resources are checked up for their application. Directions put organization into action. Coordination ensures better ongoing of various activities. But all this is covered under controlling. Through controlling, the action goes on and is stopped if its need is filled. Controlling sort out right from all wrong. It also helps in rectifying the wrongly taken up steps. The head of the institution is the controller of organization. Better functioning of the school depends upon sound and systematic controlling. Through controlling, a good relationship is established between aims and materials. In one hand, aims and methods on the other hand. Let us come to our next topic, function of teacher and headmaster. The teacher is the pilot of the educational system. According to H.G. Wells, the teacher is the real maker of the history. Manu, the ancient Indian sage, observed a teacher is the image of Brahma. According to an Indian prayer, the teacher is Brahma, the creator. He is God Vishnu, he is God Maheshwar. He is the entire universe. Salutation to him. He is undoubtedly the torch bearer of progress of civilization. Professor Humayun Kabir said, without good teacher, even the best of the system is bound to fail. With good teachers, even the worst of the system can be largely overcome. There is need of really good teachers who have some unique qualities. In India, we don't need such teachers who consider imparting of information to be their only duty. They are also expected to act as social reformer, moralist, national integrator, etc. The teacher is an important figure and he is expected to remain important. The different qualities of a teacher can be put into 4 categories. Qualification and qualities concerning professional requirement, qualities pertaining to and qualities of relationship with others. Now let us see what are the functions of the teacher. Every teacher has to perform a number of functions, isn't it? And you are going to be a teacher. But the most important are as follows. The first is teaching. The teacher's main duty is to teach students. This duty is done by him or her in the classroom situation in very formal way. She in fact is a model to the learners. They may learn from her formally or in an informal way. So she must be really a good model for the students. She'll be able to do her duty more efficiently only if she has mastered over her subject. All her efforts should make her teaching more successful. She should have the updated information on the subject. She should also have sufficient knowledge of all allied subjects. This makes her a better teacher. The second aspect is organizing. Teacher's duty does not end up with his classroom teaching. She is or he is a part of parcel of school organizing of a school, and its proper functioning is not the duty of the headmaster alone. Teacher is also required to share all this with the headmaster. Moreover, the headmaster assigns some duties such as organizing a school co-curricular activities, organizing and celebrating of school functions, etc. Thus, we find the teacher is also required to do the duty of organizing as well. Supervising. Every teacher is a teacher, an organizer, and a supervisor. In this capacity, he or she is expected to supervise the work assigned to him or her by the headmaster. He or she is required to supervise the attendance of the pupil, the day-to-day work, checking the home task given to the student, supervising game or co-curricular activities which she is made the in charge of by the headmaster. The fourth thing in examining and evaluation. Testing, examining or evaluating the learners is another important duty of the teacher. The teacher teaches her students and her job does not finish there. Satisfaction of the job lies in the fact that her test or the students' knowledge to see whether whatever she has taught to the students has been grasped by them or not. Assessment or examining the student through written or verbal statement is an important duty. The students are also able to know about their drawbacks. The parents gets the satisfaction when they come to know that their child has good number of good marks in the examination, or maybe the anecdotal records which the teacher has made, or the observation records. Recording. Maintaining records of student work is also the duty of teacher. The attendance of the students, marks obtained, or the grades which the child has obtained in different tests, everything is recorded by the teacher. Maintaining attendance register, admission and withdrawal register, writing reports of student is also a duty of the teacher. Guidance. Teacher is a sort of a counselor also for the child, a guide for the child. She is to act as a father, a mother, or a brother, or a guide, a path shower to the student. For the selection of subjects, selection of careers, the students seek the guidance of the teacher. She should also try to understand the feelings of the students. Thus, she will be able to guide them better. All educational and vocational and personal guidance of the student is to be sought from the teacher herself. Establishing relationships. Establishment of relations with the community through the students' community is badly needed. The teacher can well understand the student if he or she has contacts with their parents. Relationship with parents will also solve many problems. Formation of Parents-Teachers Association is a step towards strengthening the relationship between parents and teachers who can help in this regard. The teachers should better come forward and establish such associations. The teacher's duty on the first hand is to have good relations with the students and their parents, and on the other hand, she should develop healthy and cordial relations with his or her colleagues, the boss and the other officers like controlling body, etc. Thus, we find that teacher's duty is not only to teach her lesson in classroom, but is also expected to carry on duty like organizing, supervising, examining, recording, guiding, etc. with equal care. Only then he or she will be able to do justice to the fair name of a profession. That the functions of the headmaster or the principal. The functions and duties are like, again, planning, organizing, supervising, teaching, providing guidance and maintaining relationships with the pupils, parents, teachers, etc. I think this is, you can sort out yourself. Next is the timetable need and the importance of timetable. Timetable is intact planning things beforehand for the institution. By preparing timetable, we can escape if we are likely to face some problem. A good a framer of timetable can care of such obstacles from beginning and prepare an ideal timetable, which there are at least problems. Preparation of timetable is pre-execution stage. It is pre-planning of the scheme. Bringing the timetable into force is execution stage. Once the timetable is firm, it should not be fixed up once for all. There should be provision for modification and changes. It is an admitted fact that the framers of the timetable cannot please and oblige everybody. But still, he or she should try to accommodate the concerned persons as far as possible. An objectively prepared timetable does not annoy anyone. In the words of Pittman, a well-arranged timetable is the surest mark of a well-arranged mind. What are the advantages of having a good timetable? The timetable is very essential for every school. By preparing the timetable, fair distribution of work to the staff is possible. It regulates total work of the school. There is thus even progress in school work also. It ensures due attention to each and every subject. Time is thus allotted to the subject according to their importance. It saves wastage of time and energy. Without timetable, there would be chaos and confusion in the school campus. There might be duplicacy of the work also. It includes good habits of being regular and punctual. It ensures progress towards achieving the objectives of education. It brings system in school life. The teacher and students get busy with its coming into force, and then problem of indiscipline does not arise much. A busy mind has generally less chance of creating problem of indiscipline. Timetable is pre-planned program of the school. Teacher know what they have to teach, so they come well prepared in the class. Fatigue of the students and the teacher is well taken care while preparing the timetable. Every care is taken that the teacher may not be given all the continuous working periods. From students' point of view, it is seen that fatigue given subjects should not come together. It conforms to the need of the students, the controlling authorities, etc. Interest of concerned is taken care while preparing the timetable. Thus, we find that timetable really plays a very important role, and it helps in bringing efficiency in working of the school. It is very essential for each and every school. Let us talk about school discipline. Okay. So, importance of school discipline. Every individual, every society, every nation needs to be disciplined. Only then we can say it is well mannered, well cultured, well educated, and fully developed. Now the question arises, can we have discipline within a day or two? No. It needs a lot of patience, courage, perseverance, and effort. Then only we can hope to have good discipline and self-disciplined individuals in our school. Making individuals self-disciplined is not the duty of the school alone. It is a combination and responsibility for everyone, that is home, society, the state, and the nation. Discipline in schools generally means like order and the system, doing things, regularity, and working with each other. Now, what is the problem of indiscipline? The problem of indiscipline is one of the dominant problems in today. It prevails in many schools. It is seen growing tremendously, speeding in social setup life. Youth feels dissatisfied and discontent with lots of situations where they are placed. The result is that they have become undisciplined. So it is not about discipline or undiscipline. It is about teaching a child being self-disciplined and the reason to do it so that the child can successfully learn. If a child is motivated to learn, the child can discipline himself or herself by own. So, though the government has given or the Indian institution has given many causes of indiscipline, they feel that uncertain future facing educated young men leading to the sense of frustration which breeds irresponsibility can also be an ugly expression of uncivilized behavior. Then mechanical and unsatisfactory nature of many curricular programs can also be a result. Totally inadequate facilities for teaching, learning in large bulk of institution, poor student-teacher contact, inefficiency, and lack of enthusiasm on the part of teachers, their failure to interest themselves in the students, absence of imagination, in fact, combined with firmness of the part of heads of institution, maybe the impact of the condition of the public life in the country, or maybe falling falling standards of discipline among the adults also, or weakening civic consciousness and integrity may also be a result of it. So there are remedies suggested by Indian Education Commission. They say that removal of educational deficiency that contribute to students' unrest, and set up cons- consecutive and administrative machineries to avoid incidents of indiscipline. So a school needs to take care of this. They should regularly train the teachers so that they can maybe motivate children. They can have a discipline among themselves in the way they are working, more creative, more passionate, where they are encouraging students, not overpowering them. And if the child is interested in learning, the child automatically takes up a self-discipline path. We don't have to force the child. So I hope this is enough for today. I'm going to start with my next topic in the module from page number 11, all about the school campus and the securities. So I'm happy to share whatever I did today. See you in my next recording. Till then, bye and take care.